I'm Tim and I am back in the test kitchen here at Pampered Chef, and this video is going to be all about grilling because summer is here, and yes, there's time for vacations and going to the beach and being with your family, but really it's about grilling. It's about char, it's about smoke, it's about fire, it's about cooking over an open flame. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything that you need to know. First, how to get ready for your grill before you ever light the fire. And then once we're out there, I'm gonna show you what you need to know so that you can maximize that char, that smoke, that flavor, and it is going to be so delicious. Now, good grilling doesn't just happen at the grill. It happens the night before. You have to be prepared. And the one thing that I always do before I'm grilling is I season my food the night before. Here I have chicken and I have salmon. And what I'm gonna do with this chicken and salmon is going to make a dry brine. I'm gonna show you all about it. The first thing that you're gonna do is make your mixture of salt and sugar. That mixture is gonna be 4 parts salt and 1 part sugar. The salt is gonna play the most important role in the dry brine. What it's going to do, it's going to first bring out the moisture in the chicken and in the salmon, and then that salty water that you just drew out is going to get drawn back into the meat so that you've essentially seasoned the chicken and seasoned the salmon from the inside out. It is going to be absolutely perfect. The sugar is going to add just that touch of sweetness on the outside. It's gonna be so great because, you know, when you're grilling, you have char, you have fire, you have all of those bitter elements, and that sweetness is just gonna bring everything back. So first things first, I'm gonna season this way more than I need to, right? You don't have to worry about measuring it out perfectly because after a little bit, after about an hour with the chicken and after 10 minutes with the salmon, I'm gonna rinse all of this off. So these go in your refrigerator on the bottom shelf. If you have any vegetables, if you have anything else that you want to, have in your fridge, make sure that the chicken is on the bottom, keep the salmon on the bottom. That way nothing gets gross. While that is brining, what I'm gonna do is get all of my tools together. It's kind of like going on a family vacation. You don't wanna get out there and realize that you forgot something. So I've got some key elements here. Massive basket so I can carry everything out at once. I'm not gonna make a bunch of trips. And I have 2 platters because every time I go out to the grill, I'm gonna have raw food on a platter. This is gonna be where my raw food goes, and then I'm gonna have cooked food. Not a great idea to put a platter with raw food and then put your cooked food on top. The next thing I have is a towel. This is the towel that I'm just going to sacrifice to the gods of the grill. I'll show you exactly how to get your grill ready when we're outside, but night before, I might as well tie it up so that I can have my oil towel ready to go. I've got my grill bag here. It's got everything I need so that whenever grill time comes, I am not running back and forth. I've got gloves, which are gonna be really helpful pulling things that are hot off of the grill, spatula, tongs, brush. Got the wooden grill scraper, which is going to be awesome for cleaning the grill. And I will be ready to go. So all I've got to do is rinse that chicken and salmon. I'll show you what that's like in just a second. All right, chicken is ready. After 10 minutes, I took the salmon out, and it's been 1 hour for the chicken. I did the same thing to the salmon that I'm about to do now with the chicken. I'm just going to rinse it off in a bowl of ice cold water. I like rinsing off chicken in a bowl of water instead of in my sink because that way there's no water splattering out while I rinse the chicken off. So it's a great idea to use a bowl. Just change the water between salmon and chicken. So now, this I'm just going to pat dry with some paper towels. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator uncovered. Both the salmon and the chicken are gonna stay in the refrigerator uncovered. That way the skin will dry out. Here's what's going to happen overnight. The skin on the chicken is going to get really dry, and then the salmon is going to form what's called a pellicle. A pellicle is this tacky layer on the outside of the salmon that is going to help the salmon cling on to smoke from the grill, from that charcoal. It's going to be absolutely delicious. And because it's dry, I'm gonna be able to get a perfect sear, a perfect grill on both the chicken and the salmon. So all we have to do now is grill. And it is grilling day, and I am so excited. I am out here on the patio of our home office at Pampered Chef, and I'm gonna talk to you about two different grilling methods. I have a gas grill, and I have a charcoal grill with our indoor-outdoor portable grill. The first thing you have to do is get your grill preheated. With a gas grill, it's really just turning a knob, but with a charcoal, it's a little bit different. You can do this a couple of different ways. There are charcoal chimneys that use air and convection to get your charcoal started, or you can do it a bit of an old-fashioned way by setting up a pyramid. Now at the bottom of this pyramid, I have these little bricks. They're fire starters and a couple of twigs. You can do anything that's gonna light really easily at the bottom. My one thing I'm gonna say, do not use lighter fluid, okay? The fact is that lighter fluid is going to end up in your food, and your food will end up tasting like lighter fluid. It's not great. So all you have to do is get this little fire starter going, and I've got some twigs here to kind of keep the flames working. You can do this with newspaper and just some things that you find around your yard or whatever you need to do. This is going to cook for about 20 minutes, and you're gonna see some ash cover the outside of it. At that point, all you have to do is spread the coals out, put your grill on, and you're ready to go. Now for a gas grill, I'm gonna show you a completely different kind of method. What I'm gonna do is I've got hot side over here, and then I'm gonna not turn on the left side over here. So what happens is that this one side is great for searing, getting those great grill marks on your steak, on your chicken, on your salmon, or whatever. And this side I'm gonna use just for cooking. I'm gonna use it just like I would an oven. Now, to add a little bit more flavor, what I'm gonna do is make a little smoke pouch, and so I've got some simple wood chips here, and you can use any kind of wood chips that you like. And I'm gonna cover it with some foil, and then just poke some holes in the foil. Just get a little bit of airflow, and put it right on the burner, on the hot side of the grill. This way, I'm gonna get that smoky, beautiful, charred flavor, and I've got all of the control of using a gas grill. This is gonna preheat for about 20 minutes, and I don't know about you, but I hate having the grill going and not having food on the grill. So what I do while my grill is preheating is I make a little bit of salsa. This is a recipe on our website for Pico De Gallo. It has jalapenos, it has red onions, it has tomatoes, and it has garlic. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use our grill mat and tray, and I'm gonna put all of these vegetables on the tray, add a little bit of salt, and that way my grill is doing something for me whenever it's preheating. So once my grill is done preheating, I'm gonna take these vegetables off, and I'll have a great salsa that I can serve with all of my friends while I'm cooking the rest of my food. Okay, it has been about 20 minutes and my grill is preheated, but my tomato salsa is also ready. Take a look at that. That is going to be amazing. I've got these charred popped tomatoes. I've got some lovely charred onions and the jalapeno here. All I'm gonna do is mix all of this up in a manual food processor, and I'll have something to snack on while my chicken is cooking. Now, before I put any food on the grill, I'm going to prep the grill so that nothing sticks to it. I've got the towel that I prepped last night, and I'm ready to go. So all I'm gonna do is wipe this oil on all of the grill here. Might as well go ahead and get the hot side. And you can see the smoke that is coming out of that tray. It's adding so much flavor to my food. This is really, really going to help. Okay, now the chicken has been hanging out overnight, and it is ready to go on as well. So I'm going to add this to my cold side of the grill. This is the side that the burners are not on. This is going to act exactly like an oven, right? So While this side is hot, I've got this side that's cool, and it's going to be creating all of this heat and cooking the food. If you saw the other video, my last video about searing, about how to cook a steak, you'll know that I talked about searing as a way to flavor your food, not just cook your food. And that's true for this chicken as well, except instead of searing it first and then putting it in an oven, this time I'm going to do what's called a reverse sear, which is essentially cooking it first and then flavoring it or searing it on the hot side second. This is gonna take a while. It's gonna take about 45 minutes for this chicken to cook. But while that's happening, whenever everything is almost done, I'm gonna put some salmon on, I'm gonna have some vegetables ready to go, and this is going to be so good. Okay, check this out. Now, what I did is I wanted to make sure you understood how much better a dry brine salmon is compared to just seasoning it right before you put it on the grill. So this is what I did, side by side. And take a look at this salmon. All right, same salmon, same aisle of the grocery store, same time I purchased it, except this one I dry brined and this one I didn't. Now, everything is completely different. It is firmer. You don't have any of this white albumin that's coming up. Albumin is kind of the same stuff that you get from egg whites, right? So everything on this fish is going to be better. And you notice that this is a little bit more copper colored, right? It's a little bit darker. It's because the smoke from the charcoal is now hitting the salmon and catching it because of that pellicle. So it's really going to be beautiful. The skin, I've just let the skin cook and get crispy. And I'm just flipping this. This is absolutely crazy. So all I'm gonna do is let that cook. This was on the grill for about 10 minutes, so this will cook for another 2-3 minutes on the other side. It'll be ready to go. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes. I checked the temperature of the chicken and it's about 150 degrees. My goal temperature is 165, but that's okay. I'm gonna bring the rest of the temperature up by searing it on the hot side of the grill. I also have some vegetables on this grill mat and tray that I've spiralized, and that's gonna be a great side to go with my salmon and my chicken. Now, here we go. The chicken, obviously the skin's not quite browned up yet because I've been cooking it on the cool side of the grill. Now's when I'm gonna get all of that color, all of that char, all of that browning, that flavor that I love from the grill. And you can see the smoke has been cool, covering it and coating it. It's gonna be really great. Now, in order to cook the vegetables, all I'm gonna do is finally turn on the other side of my grill and throw them on here. That's gonna cook so quickly and be really, really easy and a beautiful side dish. This, I have some spiralized fennel, I have some red bell pepper, and I have some zucchini. This is originally a recipe for steamed salmon and vegetables that we do in our deep cover baker. But on the grill with the grilled salmon, it's gonna be so, so great. Now, when it comes to cooking on really, really hot on this side of the grill, you have to get to know the hot spots of your grill. Typically, the back of the grill is gonna be much hotter than the front of the grill. So you're gonna need to move things around a little bit. Now, I feel like there are two kinds of grillers out there. There are those who, they don't cook in a kitchen, they aren't comfortable in front of a stove, but you put a pair of tongs in their hand, you set them in front of a grill, and they're in their happy place, right? Then there are people who are amazing cooks, but really don't know what to do when it comes to gas grills, charcoal grills, and all of that. But I hope you can see how simple it is, and how easy it is, and how delicious it can be if you just follow a few simple concepts, like brining, right? The difference between that salmon that was dry brined overnight and the salmon that we just seasoned right before putting it on the grill. The way this skin gets so brown and crispy because it dried out from being salted and dry brined and with a little bit of sugar. And the way that that skin looks, how you're getting the crispy brown skin because of the way that it was treated before, and how it's gonna be so tender and juicy because I really spent a lot of time cooking it first And all of this, I'm just seasoning it with char, right? This is what makes grilling so great. You know, it's got these dark spots here, this browning here. This is really bringing it up to that deep, deep flavor that you can't achieve inside on a pot, in a pan, in a stove. This is the kind of stuff that you just have to get outside and grill for. Now these vegetables are done. They took really no time at all because they were spiralized, and I was cooking them on this mat. So they have a nice crunch to them while still being tender and soft. And they're going to be a great addition to this beautiful, beautiful chicken and salmon. All right, so we have that salsa that we made while the grill was preheating. We have the salmon that was brine so that it has this beautiful smoky flavor. Then we have the chicken with its beautiful crispy skin and its tender, juicy meat because we roasted it first on the cool side and then finished searing it on the hot side. Well, I hope you saw how simple it is to have completely delicious grilled food. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.